Lecture topic: Foundation of Mujahada.
Bismillah. The Mujahada that we have been speaking about last 2 days. Mujahada, we sometimes, after 2 days, after 5 days, we're looking for now that what's the outcome of this Mujahada. So the outcome of the Mujahada is not immediately realized. It is that example of when some building is being constructed, so it starts off with digging the foundation. So sometimes the foundation takes much longer than even expected. One building that the madrasa is putting up, so there was a duration of time that was allocated for digging the foundation. It took almost 2 weeks more than that. Because suddenly they discovered now there was much more harder material and some rocky substances inside. So it took longer than expected. But the point is that when that continues, or because it started becoming a little bit more difficult, so you stop now. We expected to do this in 2 weeks, but now it's taking already 3 weeks and not yet done, so abandon it. So then you'll get nowhere. But now despite the fact that it was now taking longer, taking more effort, more harder work, but the work continued. The work continued, so eventually the foundation got dug. So then after a while, now you see something on the surface. The foundation is all hidden, is out of sight. You see something on the surface coming up, but it's on that foundation. So the outcome of the foundation didn't become visible immediately. It took time. But it is on that foundation that the building then is constructed. So likewise, when a person is making Mujahada, sometimes it might take a little longer to dig that foundation of taqwa, because of whatever rocks and whatever other things that have been already implanted in that heart for such a long time. So there will be more Mujahada required. But once that Mujahada has been made over a period of time, then it becomes very easy. One Tabi, he says that for 20 years I made Mujahada in performing Qiyam al-Layl in Tahajjud. So in other words, for 20 years it was quite a struggle, but I didn't give up. So after 20 years of the struggle, for the next 20 years I enjoyed every bit of it. But if after 1 year he gave up, he didn't give up after 1 year, not even after 2 years, not even after 10 years, not even after 15, 20 years. But after 20 years, then it became free flow. But for 20 years, he continued to struggle and he didn't give up. Now this was Mujahada in an act of nafil, but this was their extent of effort that they made. So now likewise, the Mujahada that is made to refrain from sin, the Mujahada that is made to stay away from wrong company, the Mujahada that is made to stay away from going to wrong places, it's a Mujahada. But initially, that's a struggle which a person has to undertake. And every time that he's making this Mujahada, is noor being created in the heart. The noor is growing in the heart. And a time will come when that will overshine everything. Provided that Mujahada is constant, that noor will overshine everything. But if a person is depositing something and is withdrawing at the same time, then he'll still end up with nothing. So he has to maintain it. He has to preserve it. So while making the Mujahada, at the same time he has to stay away from that kind of company, that kind of things that will destroy that effort. And in this way, inshallah, it may not be like what happened previously. We are weak, so Allah Ta'ala deals with us in a way that is at our level. Inshallah, it won't take us 20 years. But we cannot expect now we press some buttons and overnight things will happen. The Mujahada is inevitable. The person who makes that Mujahada, Allah Ta'ala then opens a way for him. That's His promise. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Allah Ta'ala give us that.
Allah Allah कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है.